bunch of little bitches. You're white, you're Caucasian, you never will have any personality. Like, okay, come for a bitch with personality. At least I have personality. At least I will be something. Ayo, what? You will never have no type of personality. You will never have nothing. Your name is literally James. Like, that is the most like pasty name I've ever heard in my whole entire life.
LeBron James, James Harden, James Brown.
Like, don't be coming for me, bitch. Don't come for me, bitch, because guess what? Guess what? Don't come for me, bitch. I'm white, okay. Who asked? No personality, no culture, no hairline. Like, who asked?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that at least I will be something into getting permabanned everywhere combo is one of the strongest true combos I've seen. So that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Like, this is like, okay, what is going on? First of all, from everything that I've read on this so far, this girl got one guide into a racist rant that got her permanently banned from NoPixel. Yeah. This girl's been roleplaying on NoPixel for 5 years. 5 years. And one guy set her off into ruining 5 years of work. Because roleplay is work. Like roleplay is definitely work. If anyone doesn't believe that roleplay is hard work, I would love to point out that all of the people that were on NoPixel 2.0 before COVID even happened, then NoPixel 3.0 and the boom that happened during COVID, all the streamers that were 2.0 streamers are doing substantially better now than they were back then. They were poised to succeed. They were in the right place at the right time, right? It's one of those things where it's like, you're a streamer, you do a game, your game gets popular, you as a result grow. And then even if you don't hit those same heights that you were back during your most popular phase, you still overall average a higher viewer count. Oh my God, it even minus 5 years. But despite everything that she said is just clearly wrong, right? Like, number one, saying that someone doesn't have any culture based off their name, that's pretty stupid. Really bad argument point. I think James Brown might be one of the most influential people to music. Maybe, you know, I mean, we can sit here and debate it, like, you know, back and forth whether it is or not in other artists. But James Brown, very popular, very influential artist, not white, but apparently he has no culture just based off of his name, according to Viv. And it's so tough to see this because the roleplay encounters that I had with Viv were always really good, whether they were, you know, what was it? Does anybody have the clip? This is my 2-year-old clip with Lana. Back then, for some unfortunate, dumb reason, the Cars 3 clip, the joke that I have with Sub Caitlin made it into the server. I don't know why it became a canon thing, but this was one of the clips that happened once I started to embrace it.
Refuse. Hey, Lana, so like, you trying to watch Cars 3 later, maybe?
Sure.
Wait, really?
You know what Lana spelled backwards is, right?
Oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta go.
So I feel bad because everyone is like on the hate train for Viv right now. And don't get me wrong, she said some shit that is definitely not okay. But like, obviously good role player, quick-witted, funny. And it sucks when someone does, you know, one bad thing that gets such a big spotlight that they become this like irreparably ugly person in the eyes of the public. And I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it to an extent, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm not a fan of cancel culture because I want to believe that humans can change. And if we're going to give examples, right? Let's think of the biggest, best story, maybe not the best, but at least top 10 in terms of video game content creation. Tyler 1. Think about it. He was the most, I would argue, the most toxic person to touch the video game. The most. And probably back then, the worst person you could have ever gotten in your game. Like the worst. And because he earned and was given an opportunity to reform and he wasn't just canceled out of existence, we had one of the greatest turnarounds in the history of content creation. I mean, it was like a 2-year story. I don't know how many years he was banned for, but a 2-year story where he went from every time he tried to stream League of Legends, no matter if he hid the names or if he hid his face cam so that people would even question if it was him, that a game was found and banned right after he was done being played, or even in the middle of it. And then 2 years later, after he's lucky enough to have some Riot employee say some horrible shit about him, get that DM leaked. That was the catalyst to him actually being allowed to play the game again, being unbanned, and he had a 400,000 viewer live stream of him returning in his Draven outfit. And that's part of the reason why Tyler1 is still so popular today, years. I think it's been 3 years since he's been unbanned, and he still has substantially higher viewers because of that. Yeah, Tyler1's good at the video game. Yeah, he's entertaining, but I would argue he's not the most entertaining person. He's not the best person at the game. He's very good, but he's not the best. And people watch him because it's an amazing turnaround story. And I really, really, really would like to stress that Tyler1, even, he maybe didn't say anything sexist, in terms of the League of Legends community, he was a vile human. He was disgusting. Like, people secretly, maybe not so secretly, and the League community is kind of anyways, but they wish death on him. They unironically wish that to him. And now you never catch anyone saying that. So her being permabanned from NoPixel, and it's kind of unfortunate timing because NoPixel recently said they were going to up their punishment game in terms of streamers that they don't believe are following a code of conduct that you should follow. I mean, just being banned everywhere just feels wrong. And I've seen some really dumb takes on Twitter. Like here, I'll see if I can find this tweet. I'll see if I can find this tweet, right? Because there's some people who are trying to make it, there are other white creators who have said racist shit that didn't get banned. And I saw it and I was like, here's some of the things that were said on Twitter about this. And let's go to the thing that she said first, which probably made her situation even worse, which is, what did she say? Something along the lines of she felt like public enemy number one. Someone responded to her saying, probably about to feel hated a lot more now that your racist rant was clipped and posted to Reddit. Not being racist might help with being, I assume this says not hated by everybody. Just a guess though. And then she responded with, reverse racism doesn't exist, which is, this is such a, I don't want to get too into this because I understand when people of a certain race express things like, I'm this race, historically, this other race has been very vile to my race, and so I carry hatred for that. I can understand that perspective, but it's, in my opinion, not something that helps progress, and it's not something that helps with healing, and it's not something that helps people get past it and grow. I think when you carry this, it does not help you. It really doesn't. So there are some tweets that are probably like girling her and telling her what she said was right and it was okay. I don't know if Viviana was right. Reverse racism does not exist. You can't be racist towards white people. Don't let the masses bring you down. I mean, I see stuff like this, and it makes me think that Viviana might never have one of those redemption arcs if she is lucky enough to get one. Because when people support you, it makes you believe that what you're doing is right. It's a very simple concept, and it concerns me that she probably has people in her corner that say stuff like that. Anyways, we come back over to this. Viviana now banned on Twitch. While I do believe that there is punishment that is deserved for her saying what she said, I really hope, I really hope this is not a permanent ban. I hope that her ban on NoPixel is not a permanent ban, because I've had this theory for a long time, and maybe it's not a theory, maybe it's just it's an observation of something that happens and exists, but there are these perfectly sized streamers, right? They're not too small, but they're not too big, and they're not too connected to where whenever they break a rule, they are the perfect size to be banned. I've always felt that if I slip up in a major way, that I am in that position where I am the perfect size to get banned, where it shows that the people in charge really care about their rules, because it's no secret that in Twitch and streaming and within communities that there are people who are treated like exceptions to the rule. I mean, Ludwig even talked about it in one of his videos where Mizkif, who was recently allowed to be a part of OTK again, whereas Rich Campbell was banned immediately from the OTK organization. He said that if Mizkif
wasn't such an important piece of OTK for the first year and a half of its creation, I mean, every big stream was on his channel. He was really carrying the org on the live stream front. He probably would have been kicked off.
Viviana is in this situation a Rich Campbell, where she is not big enough, but she is big enough for people to notice, and she's getting banned and kicked out. And unfortunately, typically the public opinion is, yeah, get her out of here. She smells, she stinks. Yeah, go NoPixel, go whatever organization with power is in charge right now. I believe she said heinous shit. I believe she up. But I'm kind of sad that I'm watching yet again another example on the internet of someone who is being used to send a message and being used as an example. Again, I really believe she does deserve the punishment, because what she said, me personally, I think it was ignorant as fuck. I think it was ignorant. I just do. It was not an educated take. I think it was a poor take. I think it was stupid. I understand if she carries that hatred in her, though. Like, I really get it. I really do. And it's totally, it is valid, and I won't tell her to not feel that way, but it still is not right, and it's still dumb. But I don't think that it's so dumb that she deserves to just be X'd out forever. Now, if she is allowed a second chance, I don't think anyone would want to role play with her when she gets back, bar a select few people, because when someone does some shit like this, nobody wants to touch it, because no one wants to get canceled by association. But I think that's just a testament to what the precedent is on the internet. You do a bad thing, goodbye forever. And I hope that changes sometime soon. I really do. I mean, I hope her behavior changes first. Don't get me wrong. I hope her behavior changes first. But I hope that on a bigger picture that changes too.